Hello beautiful people, welcome to the channel. Reverend Debbie here, hope you're all doing well. The 3rd of Octoberween. Ooh, we're getting closer and closer to that magical night, Halloween. So I thought today we could have a look at some of the tarot cards, and specifically tarot number 13, which is the Death card. And don't be surprised if a cat suddenly appears on this little table that I've got set up here, because this is my one-eyed cat that's decided she wants attention. She's the one that had the eye removed on Saturday, and she's basically recovering so well now. And I want to say thank you once again to everybody who has been sending healing and prayers and thoughts. So coming back to the tarot card, the Death card, number 13 in the major arcana, you can see all the different decks have different depictions, different images, but the meaning of the card is pretty much the same for each deck. So at the top we have the Gothic Tarot, which is one of my all-time favourite decks. It's very well used. We have the Witchy Tarot deck. She's got the scythe, the witch has got the scythe. Then I have the Meaning of Life Tarot deck, which has got the 2 skulls and the mother deep inside with the snake around and the child in her arms. This is the Goddess Tarot deck, and instead of it being the Death card, it's actually listed as Transformation. Then the Universal Tarot deck, the Death card. My ultimate favourite tarot deck is the Druidcraft Tarot. This is the one that I use the most. Then we have the Fairy Tarot, which is by Doreen Virtue. The Enchanted Tarot Death card, and that card, the Doreen Virtue one, is known as Release. And then we have the Death card of the Mystical Tarot deck. So as you can see, all of these images show pretty much the same type of thing. They show the figure of death. They show deathly images as well. But it's actually all about letting go, getting rid of the old. Now, yes, death occurs, we know this, but death occurs in many different ways. The French have a lovely phrase for an orgasm, which is called le petit mort, or le petit mort, which is the little death. And it's believed that each orgasm releases a little bit of life from the body. And in the same way as we get older, we start to release a little bit of life from our bodies. So with the Transformation and the Release cards, which are both shown here, let me try and take the camera a little bit closer. Sorry, I'm using my selfie stick and I'm not very steady today, so bear with me. So as you can see the Transformation card there, she is clinging on to things, but she also knows that she needs to let go. That change has to happen in order for us to grow and move forwards. Then moving over to the Release card of the Fairy Tarot deck, you can see again that this is a prettier card. It's a much softer, gentler meaning of the Death card, which is all about letting go of the past, making way for the future. And in all honesty, that's what the Death card does mean, is getting rid of the old and making way for the new. Now, I love it in your typical Hollywood horror movies. Sorry, the cat's digging at my shoulder here, hence the movement in my arm. Sorry about that. The Death card shows up in a tarot reading there, and it's always terrifying, and, you know, somebody's going to die. Well, yes, the Death card in the tarot does have that meaning. However, it doesn't necessarily mean that somebody is going to die specifically, in other words, pass over, but they are going to be releasing things that no longer serve them. And that's what Halloween and Samhain is all about, releasing those parts of us that no longer serve us. So they could be bad habits, they could be friends that we don't see very often. Perhaps these friends have caused tumultuous times in our lives. It could be getting rid of clutter in the home. It could also be making way for new things in our lives. So deciding to, okay, Samhain is what we know as the Witch's New Year. And I make, I don't want to call them resolutions because I don't like that term. It has that connotation of, oh, I've got these New Year's resolutions and then nobody sticks to them. So this to me is more of a gentle reminder of, right, there are things that you need to let go of in your life, and you may not know what they are. But depending on what these cards lay next to in the reading, it may well signify what that is. So for example, let's say the death card sits next to a person card and it was a relationship. It may well be that you need to end that relationship in your life. It could be a friendship or a romantic relationship. It could perhaps be that you are taking time out from your chosen profession, your work, and that you need a break, you need a holiday. If we look up here, I love this card. This is my newest deck that I've bought, which is the Enchanted Tarot deck, and this is the 30-year release. I've got the original deck, but unfortunately one of the cards got very badly damaged, so it sort of ruined my deck, and you can't find them anymore. They are gone from the from the bookshelves. So unless somebody has a second-hand one that they're no longer using, it's going to be very difficult to find one. So you can see here we've got the skeleton shedding our skin, making way for new skin. Perhaps you've been needing to lose weight or change your style of dress. So we're shedding the skin and letting go, just like the trees shed their leaves. The Gothic Tarot deck, which is one of my all-time favourite decks up there, we've got the Death card. It always makes me think of Scarecrow, the movie, the horror movie. So it's a very foreboding image there. And I liken it as well to the Morrigan. We've got the raven or the crow on his arm there of the Scarecrow. And once the raven appears in our readings, in our cards, it means that it's time for change. The raven is telling us you need to change, you need to move forwards, let go of the past. So don't let people fool you when they say the death card means somebody's going to die, because it doesn't. It may well be the death of a habit or something around you that you need to let go of. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please click the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. I hope to see you next time. Blessed be.